married to 9 to 5 guys. But the first time I realized how different was when Mickey had a hostess party.
The Sheen.
Where are you from?
Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Lawrence, out on the island. That's nice. I'm from Miami. You ever been there?
No.
It's okay, but it's like you died and woke up in Jew heaven.
Angie, stop picking at that thing.
It's the one with the hands. I like to smack his face.
The red-haired guy who looks like a farmer.
I'm telling you, I can't get through the gate without this guy's hands all over me. So I told him. I said, keep your fucking hands off me, you son of a bitch, or I'll cut them off.
She means...
I mean, here now, lucky he is. I just mentioned this to Vinny. I don't want to know
That's
about
the
it.
problem. How can you mention it? Vinny would kill him.
Please. Problem is, if I don't, he'll kill the miserable bastard, then Vinny will be there for life.
I think you got problems. What about Jeannie's kid?
What happened?
He was in an argument, a lousy $10 card game. He pulls out a gun. The gun goes off. Some kid gets killed. When the grandmother hears it and finds out he's in jail, she has a heart attack. She drops dead right on the spot. Now Jeannie has a husband and a son in jail and a mother in the funeral parlor.
Oh, come on.
You know, Jeannie drinks.
Well, maybe she's depressed.
Depressed. Give me a break. She's drunk.
Come on, as soon as something happens, you automatically make them out to be saints.
They had bad skin and wore too much makeup. I mean, they didn't look very good.
Those kids
They looked beat up. And the stuff they wore was thrown together and cheap. A lot of pantsuits and double knits.
She doesn't wake up in the morning. She spends her life in a nightgown.
The woman is no angel.
She goes out.
And they talked about how rotten their kids were and about beating them with broom handles and leather belts, but that the kids still didn't pay any attention. When Henry picked me up, I was dizzy.
All right, well, what you just saw there was a clip from the great movie Goodfellas. And it showed women talking, gossiping, bonding. And that's what this video is about. This video is going to be about how women bond with each other as opposed to how men bond with each other. So let's start with women. Women bond through one way and one way only, and that is communication. They like to talk, and it could be about anything, but that's how they bond. That's how they're wired. That's how they're built. Now, I understand that there are exceptions to every rule, okay? I get it. But we're speaking generally, okay? That's the study of sociology, okay? And study of sociology is study of people as a whole, okay? So we generalize. I understand there's exceptions to every rule. So just bear with me. That's what this channel is about, generalizing human behavior, okay? I mean, I know I do the serial killer thing with my cousin, but that's extreme human behavior. And even if you generalize the extremes, they're actually still the same. Anyway, okay, I digress. So how women bond? Communication. That's it. That's how they bond. They could talk about anything, and they could talk about everything, and it doesn't even need to make sense. Okay, so guys, how many times have you been home and your wife or your girlfriend or whatnot is on the phone with her girlfriend or her mother or her sister, and they're on the phone for an hour, hour and a half, just talking, right? A conversation with me and my brother is I have a question or he has a question. We call each other. After the question is answered, I'll see you soon. Bye. Right? So like we're all electricians. I'm a part-time electrician. I do electrical work on the side. I have like a little side business where my brother's a full-time electrician. So if I have a question, I call one of them and I say, hey, got a problem, blah, 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 blah. And they go, oh, okay, this is what you do, blah, 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 blah. Got it? Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Boom. That's the extent of the conversation. Okay? Now, gossiping is very important to women's bonding. Knowing intimate details about somebody else is very important. As a matter of fact, sometimes that's how women make friends. You know, like they'll approach another girl and go, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear about blah, 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 blah? Before you know it, they're blah, 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 blah. And they are just having a grand old time talking and gossiping. Okay. Sometimes whoever has the gossip first is, how can I say this? The one you bond with better, right? Because you want to hear it first. So if some girl goes over to another girl and goes, hey, did you hear about, and she goes, oh yeah, so-and-so told me. It's a little disappointing. It's like, oh, you still gossip about it, but she wasn't the first, right? So this is how women bond. They like to talk. They like to communicate. They like to gossip. Okay. So guys, just remember, when your lady comes home and she has a rough day, or if she has a good day, doesn't matter, okay? She comes home or you come home, she wants to talk. That's how she bonds, okay? That's how she wants to bond with you. So what you need to do is shut the fuck up and let her talk, okay? I know it's difficult for us. It's difficult for us because talking is not how we bond. When somebody comes to us with a problem, we immediately try to resolve the problem. And that's not what they want. They don't care about the resolution. They just want to bond with you. So my wife comes home from work. My wife owns a hair salon, hair and nail salon. So she knows a lot of gossip going on there. So she comes home, and I'll be honest with you, I like hearing the gossip. I'm not going to lie. And she'll say, blah, 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 this and that, this and that. And then I know it's time for me to just sit back, listen, and just go, wow, really? No, get out. Wow, really? No, I should have a tape recorder. I should have a reel to reel, and I should just hit the button, and it should just have my voice going, wow, really? Wow, no, get out. But that's how they bond, through communication. My wife could have one of her girlfriends in the house for hours, sitting at the dining room table, drinking wine, talking for hours. Okay? To men, this seems odd. This behavior to men seems odd. But this is how women bond. This is how they're wired. And if a man and a woman have to have a healthy relationship, a man has to understand that this is how they bond. And you have to basically deal with it. You deal with it by just listening. That's all they want. They don't want your help if they come to you with a problem. They want you to listen. Okay? Now, the opposite end, how do men bond? Men usually bond during some kind of activity. So like, this doesn't really happen anymore, but it depends on the community you're in. If you're in like a lower middle class community, this usually happens. Let's say you buy an old car, whatever. It's like a beater car, and you got to get it running. And it's a Sunday morning, and you're out there tinkering with your car. And your neighbor comes over. He's like, hey, John, what are you doing? I just bought this car to get back and forth to work, but it needs this, it needs that, it needs this, it needs that. And then before you know it, he's helping and tinkering with you. Well, maybe you should try this, maybe you should do that. And you guys are working on it. Then before you know it, then another neighbor comes over, right? And he's like, oh, and there's like 3 guys just working on your car to get to work. It's Sunday morning, and your car means nothing to them, right? They just want to help, because this is what guys do. They see a problem, they want to resolve it, they want to help you, and then they actually work together and do it. Okay, this is how we bond, right? That doesn't happen much anymore because communities aren't the same. I mean, you still see it, right? It's still, like I said, if you're in a middle class to lower middle class neighborhood, you still see it. But the transition has gone from productive things like that to hobbies. Men usually bond through hobbies. So like, I'm a big gym guy. So I go to the gym, and not only do I go to the gym, but that's like my guy time, right? I got my friends in the gym, we're working out, whatever the case may be. And then what happens is, let's say you're pushing weight. You feel good that day, and I'm pushing weight. I'm squatting, right? My squatting is my strongest movement, okay? Let's say I'm squatting. I got 400 on my back, and I do it 12 reps. I'm like, oh, good day. I move up to 450, right? Great. I get it for like 8. I'm like, holy shit. I'm going over 500 today. I put 505 on, whatever. That's a lot of weight for me. It's a lot of weight for anybody, but it's a lot of weight for me, right? All of a sudden I have one guy spotting me and I have another guy or another two guys going, let's go, get it up. Let's do it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. And then you get it and then you fucking fist bump. Yeah. And he pats you on the back. Yeah. I have never seen a girl go to squat and then her girlfriends go, get it, bitch. Move that way, you fucking cunt. Never in my life have I ever seen that. Usually girls go to the aerobics class or Zumba, or if they are weightlifting, they're doing it by themselves with their earbuds in and they want nobody to bother them, okay? That's just my hobby. I have one brother that loves to go hunting. He hunts like weird shit, like turkey and duck. I don't know. Get some with birds. I don't know, whatever. And then my other brother, right, obviously, and then he goes with his friends and they go hunting. And then when they're not hunting, they go skeet shooting. He loves to skeet shoot and target shoot, whatever. That's his thing. And he has all his friends that go, right? And they go and they hang out and they fucking shoot at targets or whatever the fuck they do, right? I don't really do it with them much. I should, actually. It just sounds like it's actually fun, but whatever. My other brother, he's a big motorcycle guy. He's been driving motorcycles since he's 19 years old. He has a whole crew of motorcycle guys that hang out and they just go riding for fucking hours. And when they're not riding, they're talking about motorcycles, but they're working on somebody's motorcycle. That's it. That's how we bond. That's how it works. Now, during this time, my favorite way guys bond is when we break each other's balls. Guys break each other's balls constantly. It is how we bond. Women will never understand this. I tell my wife some of the things that we say to each other, and she goes, that's mean. That's terrible. Why would you say that? That's so mean. But that's just what we do, okay? One time my friend Steve at work took off his clothes because we have a lock and we have to fucking get undressed because we work in the sewer. So they give us paid time to actually shower and put our regular clothes on. And he's fat, right? He's a little short, fat guy. He's black, right? But I told him, man, you look like a half-sucked milk dud. And he started crying. He was hysterical laughing, okay? I have another guy who's Asian, and we always try to make him sing a song with the letters L in it because he can't pronounce it, right? So we say, you know, we tell him, hey, you know, sing the song, and it'll be like "Luck Be a Lady," and he's like, "Luck be a lady tonight," and we're hysterical. And we just bust on each other all the time. It's like that movie, 40 Year Virgin, when they're playing the video games, but it's like, how do I know you're gay? You know, that kind of thing. But that's how it is. Now, in a relationship, women don't understand this, okay? They're appreciative that we fix things in the house, but they don't understand this type of bonding. Also, when we have a bad day, we don't want to communicate. It doesn't make us feel better. We're thinking of a solution. When we find a solution to the problem, that makes us feel better. So if I have a problem, I come home and I have a bad day, I go into my little man cave, which is this room that I do these videos in. And more times than not, my wife leaves me alone. She knows. But sometimes she doesn't, because she's a woman. She doesn't understand that I need to work this out before I can be happy again, or before I can come out and talk to her again. And she'll be knocking on the door. Are you okay? Everything okay? What happened? Do you want to talk to me about it? What happened? Do you want to? And it's like, and I have to tell her, I go, Alyssa, do me a favor. Just give me a few minutes. I got to work things out. Just leave me alone, okay? And then more times than not, she respects it and moves on. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes she gets pissed off, right? But, and it's the same, it's the complete opposite effect of what women want to do with us, like we discussed earlier. The understanding between the two need to be there. Because if you don't understand that that's how we operate, that's how the opposite genders operate, then you're going to do nothing but fight. And that's what understanding, compromise, and communication, that's why it's necessary in a relationship. And a lot of men don't understand how women operate, and a lot of women don't understand how men operate. And this always seems to resolve a problem. This always is an issue, okay? It's very easy. Just be aware. And just, I have to do this. When I come home and my wife wants to talk, I got to go, okay, it's time for me to shut up. And I have to consciously think that and do it, because my instinct is to help her resolve the problem she's coming to me with. And she doesn't want to help. She doesn't want help. If she really has a problem, she usually shoots me a text during the day and says, can you come to the salon? I need you to hang a mirror. I need you to fix one of the pedicure stations. I need that. And then I go and I help and I do what she's got to do. But when she just wants to come home, She usually opens up a glass of wine because she has to deal with all these people every day. She runs a business. It's very stressful, and I admire her for it greatly. But she just wants to talk. That's it. Okay, she just wants to talk. Just know and understand and be aware. That's why understanding human nature is so important. If people understand human nature, then they could deal with each other easily or easier, right? It's not easy. Nothing's easy, but they could deal with each other easier, right? So the differences in how we bond usually can cause friction between men and women relationships. But when you understand each other, then you make a conscious choice to go, okay, she wants to talk to me, I need to listen. Or he has a problem, he needs some time, he's upset, he needs some time to be alone, and she needs to compromise and do that. Okay. Also, spending time with your guy friends and spending time with your girlfriends is healthy. It's healthy in your relationship, and it's healthy for each other. Okay? Now, when guys bond with each other, it makes them that much more masculine. Okay? So if I'm helping fix somebody's lawnmower or whatever, if I'm going skeet shooting with my brother, right? If I'm lifting weights with my friends at the gym, whatever, it creates masculinity and creates a bond, and it makes me more masculine. It's also healthy psychologically. You can't possibly be with your wife 24/7 every weekend, okay, and think that that's healthy. It's not. You need some time away. You need some time with your friends, with your boys. You drink something, you hang out, you go on some kind of an excursion. Remember that movie with Billy Crystal? What the hell was it? I forgot what it was. He goes away, tries to be a cowboy with his friends for a weekend or something like that. And they're all trying to like lasso a cow and ride a horse and all this crap. That's the truth. That's what guys need to do. And on the flip side, girls need their girl time. They do. When my wife has her girlfriends over, I say hello and I talk with them for 5 minutes, and then I leave because I know I'll change the whole night if I stay and talk to them. They want to have that girl time. That's why her girlfriend left her husband to come to talk to my wife, and that's why my wife is sitting there talking to her girlfriend. That's what we need to keep in mind. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that I get more questions soon. I'm going to ask you to subscribe, and I'm going to ask you to like or comment. I'm also going to ask you to please send questions. I haven't had any questions. Uncle John 1201 at Gmail, and oh yeah, Serious and Silliness at Instagram. Yeah. All right. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll have some more fun topics later on. Okay. Take care.
So you're gay now?
No, I'm not gay. I'm just celibate.
I mean, that sounds gay. I just want you to know that this is like the first conversation of like 3 conversations that leads to you being gay. Like, there's this, and then in a year it's like, oh, you know, I kind of want to get back out there, but I think I like guys. And then there's the big, oh, I'm a gay guy now.
You're gay for saying that.
I'm gay for saying that?
You know how I know you're gay?
How? How do you know I'm gay?
Because you macrameed yourself a pair of jean shorts.
You know I know you're gay? You just told me you're not sleeping with women anymore.
You know how I know that you're gay?
How? Because you're gay and you can tell who other gay people are?